What I loved about the Marvel movies over the years was the fact that there was something in those movies for everybody. Adults and kids alike, we could all go to the cinema and really be entertained for an evening and walk out of there with a smile on our face and hopefully waiting for the next one to come as soon as possible with all the end credit scenes. And we were excited to see what was coming next up to Endgame. I think the MCU ended with Endgame. Phase 4 for me is like watching a daytime soap and watching the same episode repeated over and over and over again. And Antman and the Wasp Quantumania is no different. This movie is a mess. The script is awful. It's all over the place. And at times I felt like I was watching a Star Wars prequel. Complete CGI everywhere. And it looks like we're on another planet, not in the quantum realm. The story revolves around Cassie, Scott Lang's daughter, who was fantastic in the first two movies. And we had a great scene with her in Endgame. And they've changed the actress here as well to Catherine Newton. No, I'm not blaming Catherine Newton here. She's only doing what she's told. Directed by in this movie. But the character has become a very unlikable character, and I didn't like where they have taken her in this. She's become a bit of she's an activist in it. We first see her in jail, Scott bailing her out, and she's a bit opinionated, and she's really asking her father, what has he done lately? Of course, Scott Lang is an Avenger and he has saved the world. Little has she forgotten all this. But what has he done for her lately is the premise at the start of this movie. The Wasp, Hope Lang, has very little to do in this movie as well. And Michael Douglas's Hank Pym is in the background, and he might as well not be in this movie at all. As I said, the story revolves around Cassie, who is now a genius and creates a map to the quantum realm, a device that can map the quantum realm, in her basement, of course, with the help of her grandfather, Hank Pym. But she has learned all this in a very short space of time, and we are told to believe it. No, thank you. I'm not buying it for 1 second. Also, Michelle Pfeiffer's character, Janet here, hasn't told us the whole story of what went on in the quantum realm, and she has kept secrets. And what follows is this device sucks our main characters into the quantum realm, and they have to find a way out of it, and where we meet various different nations in the quantum realm. It's a whole new world, and as I said, it feels like another planet. It doesn't feel like a quantum realm. It all feels very Star Wars to me. Jonathan Majors here plays Kang. We first seen him in the Loki TV show, and he's very good. He's actually a very, very competent actor, and he's very good here. He plays that part very, very well indeed. He was one of the highlights for me of the movie. Michelle Pfeiffer as Janet here is all powerful here. She knows everything. Of course she does. That's where the MCU have gone lately, all these strong female characters and pushing some of the male characters to the background. There's a way of writing strong female characters, but the way the MCU are doing it for me is just not the way to go. Catherine Newton, as I said, it doesn't come across very likeable here. She comes across as arrogant. She comes across as a know-it-all and not very likeable. Bill Murray shows up here in a complete waste of time scene for me. He doesn't really do anything to add to the story. And it really is a misstep here. I think he was walking past the studio out there, and they said, "Hey, Bill Murray, come on, do you want to do a couple of scenes here?" Because it's just awful. It really is. The character MODOK here is an abomination. Really is. The CGI in this is probably some of the worst CGI you're ever going to see here. It is absolutely terrible. Really is bad. As I mean, from the review, you can tell I didn't enjoy it. I really didn't. And the MCU is completely failing, in my opinion. And if this is the start of Phase 5, I'm really, really not looking forward to seeing what's coming down the line. It's expensive enough to go to the cinema these days when you pay for popcorn and you pay for your ticket to walk out of the cinema. Totally disappointed. It was last night. Myself and my son were really disappointed here. The end credit scenes are really uninspiring here. As I said, from all the old MCU movies, the end credit scenes always had something great to offer and left you really with a taste in your mouth for more. But looking at the end credits here, you're kind of going, yeah, whatever. So that's where I am with Antman and the Wasp Quantumania. I would give it 2 stars out of 5. The special effects mostly are very good, although it does look like a cartoon you're watching at times, and the Murdoch CGI is probably some of the worst CGI you're ever going to see. So that's my review of Antman and the Wasp Quantumania. I would give this a miss at the cinema. When it comes on streaming, you can catch it there if you have a Disney Plus subscription. But going on this movie, I think the Disney Plus subscriptions will be falling fairly rapidly if this is the quality of movie that the MCU is going to be churning out. So that's my review of it. Take care and we'll talk soon. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and slap a like on the video and comment below if you've seen the movie. I'd like to hear your comments. So until the next video, take care and we'll talk soon.